All right, so it's 9:30. Kind of a late start, but you know what? I'm only doing 3 miles today. Station 19E doesn't open until noon, and I don't think the official party doesn't start until like 2 o'clock. So technically I could have packed up a little slower, hung out a little longer, but I'm hoping to sort a few things out before 2 o'clock. We'll see. Whatever. 3 bands today, $10 to get in, plus you can win prizes. That is enough to get me. So I heard about Hiker Palooza just earlier this week, and that's why I did a big day yesterday. And the day before that, it wasn't the biggest day, but because I haven't been hiking that much over the past week, it definitely took its toll on me. Hey, lizard. Whoa, Lizard Central. Anyway, feet feel great this morning. I'm gonna bust out these 3 miles like nothing. Try to get some tenting set up, try to get some booze figured out. Oh yeah, I know, Station 19E. I know, Station 19E has stuff on tap, but I just checked the website and I didn't see any hard ciders, and I'm not really a fan of ales or pale ales or anything like that, so I might take an Uber to go get some Crown Royal, because that's how I roll. I might try this whole reaching out thing first again. If there's people that I message that say they're coming, I might just ask them to pick me up something along the way, give them some money for their time. But who knows? Number one goal is just enjoy some music. I don't care if I really get drunk or not, but that's my number 2 goal. Oh yeah, you know it. So I got into camp so late last night that mostly everybody was already bunkered down in. I met one person on the way back from getting water. They were going down to get some water. So, to my surprise, this morning, I thought I heard a familiar voice. I popped my head out my tent, and there's FedEx. I met her back at Miss Janet's when I stayed there for like 3 days. So, it was nice seeing another familiar face. She's actually headed to 19E also, so should be a fun night. Have a few drinks, watch some music, and actually I know a few people that are gonna be there, so pretty cool. All right, so we got a ride from a random dude. Turns out to be the owner of 19E. So we got the scoop of everything and what's going on. We got dropped off at the right place. And it looks like we're gonna be among the few first people setting up in Tent City. So when I say we, I caught up to, I didn't really catch up to her, but I met her at the trailhead there, FedEx. So just getting set up, ran into Mimo, met him back in Hot Springs. That dude hikes crazy miles, so I thought I was never gonna see him again, but he rolled in 40-mile day to get here, or 40-mile day yesterday to get close. I don't know, whatever. Gonna set up my tent. get this party started.
It's one of the categories for Appalachian Trail is to leave no trace. That's one of our the other categories that, and some of these categories ought to be really exciting for hikers, is getting high on the AT. And then there's another category called potpourri. But if you've seen Jeopardy, if you've been watching, and I know most of the hikers haven't been watching Jeopardy, but let me tell you, there's a guy on there right now who you wonder if he isn't a cyborg, because he remembers everything. And I think he's won 22 games in a row, and he's up to $1.6 million. Well, in a few minutes, you're going to get to see some people to compete here. I can guarantee you they ain't going to get $1.62 million. But there is a prize for them. And so we're going to do that. That's going to be at 2:15, right after Odie gives us a pep talk on your Appalachian Trail.
Woo! I didn't write a speech, so I'm going to do a 30-minute interpretive dance. Okay, hold on. I'm going to wardrobe change. It wasn't real. All right. How's everybody doing?
Great.
It is a great honor to be here at Roan Mountains Hiker Palooza 2019.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a mutual respect thing. It's like the town itself is like celebrating the hikers, but then the hikers are like celebrating the town. So what I want to do is get everybody in the town first to give it up for the hikers. Now, if the hikers are fed well and clean, can you give it up for the town?
Yeah!
I don't know if a lot of you know this, but Roan Mountain is the newest Appalachian Trail community. And this is not just a designation that's freely given out. They earned it. There's a lot of work that goes involved into being one of the 40 Appalachian Trail communities. There's only one other in Tennessee, and that's Unicoi Gap. So, as far as I'm concerned, this town has been a trail town for a very long time. And I think that the honor of becoming an Appalachian Trail community is long overdue. So if the hikers can give it up for the town on this. So every year, hikers come into Roan Mountain after hiking about 400 miles north, and then the southbounders come in after hiking about 1,700 miles south. They're a lot more mature than you guys when they get here. Roan Mountain has really grown. It now has several bed and breakfasts. It has 2 hostels. You have the Dairyland, you have the barbecue, you have the restaurants, you have the bar at Station in 19E. I mean, that's a good thing, right? So, thankfully the weather held off for us. And basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna celebrate what it is to be an Appalachian Trail community. So in 1921, Benton MacKay dreamed of a utopia. He dreamed that there would be a continuous footpath all the way from Maine to Georgia, and along the way, the hikers or the pilgrims would stop in each town and learn a little bit about their culture as they moved on. And I think in many ways, we've held on to that dream of a utopia community. And I think for years, hikers have been coming into Roan Mountain and just saying, thank God. As soon as you leave here, you get the Roan Highlands. Over Mountain Shelter, you all know about that. So there's a lot of excitement in this town. Like you want to come in and you want to just kind of get your things and leave quickly, but what ends up happening is you meet the people at the gas stations and the restaurants, and of course they invite you into their homes, and next thing you know, it's 3 zeros later and you're changing your address on your driver's license. Just so you guys know, you have if you're in a town for 7 days, you legally have to change your driver's license. I don't want to... Luckily, I'm never in a town for more than 7 days. But they asked me to come and just kind of welcome the hikers, and I just thought that was a really cool thing, that a town that gives so much to hikers is literally throwing a weekend to celebrate hikers. So is this the 2nd annual, am I correct? Third. This is the 3rd annual Hiker Palooza. So, one without snow. Is that true? First one without snow, thank God. I got the best trail magic I'd ever had in my entire life on Roan Mountain, and it was from one of the locals here. Last year I did a southbound over it, and it's gorgeous, of course, you know, under the right weather conditions. So there's a hiker coming down, and he's missing his pack cover, and he says to me, "Hey man, you need to tighten down your pack cover, like it's horrible up there. Like I lost mine, it's gone." And then I was like, okay, so I tighten it down, and then I see another hiker coming out, and he's got his pack cover like in his hand. It's just like, oh my God, the Roan Mountains are gonna kill us, you know? So then I was like, all right, so then I go, and I'm like literally running on trail sideways, and the wind is like pounding me, and I can't see anything, and I'm just like freezing cold, and everything's soaking wet and like freezing at the same time. And finally I drop down south, and I get to the road. It's still a complete whiteout, right? And I'm just like battered and beaten and just like, you know, oh my God experience. I'm glad I had it, but just like, dear God. And out of the white mist, this white car pulls up. She rolls down her window, and I remember her saying, "Yeah, I'm from Roan Mountain down here. Do you want a cup of coffee?" I drank that coffee, like hovered up against a tree, like, oh my God, I love Roan Mountain. Got a lot going on. There's going to be bands playing. We're going to have Hiker Jeopardy here in just a few minutes, and I get to be a judge, and I am going to cheat. So I don't know if I get to win anything, but so there's also the hiker feeds are going on at the Mountain Harbor. Thank you very much. Hiker feed at 4 o'clock. You have the Girls with Wieners giving out free hot dogs over here, and they have a stamp. If you'll have the Facebook stamp, I stamped my bus Girls with Wieners. I was pretty proud of that. So anyway, I just want to welcome y'all. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited about today's festivities, so I'm going to get out of the way so that the cool stuff can start. But just for the next 2 minutes, if y'all cheer together, because we're in this together, hikers and Trail Town, the newest Appalachian Trail hiker community, Roan Mountain Hiker Palooza. Welcome. I'll bring the monkey back, I swear. I love you all. Hikers hike.
Our sponsors. Another announcement, the Girls with Wieners respectfully request all through hikers to come for a large group shot before you depart the park sometime after lunch. Enjoy the free hot dogs. Those are courtesy of the Roan Mountain Recreation Foundation and your Appalachian Trail Community Committee. Before we get into this Trail Jeopardy thing, I'd like to thank a couple of people who are here now who may not be here later. First of all, I'd like to call Crazy Wolf up to the stage. Crazy Wolf. These are my personal thank yous, by the way. I call it the Way to Go Award. Crazy is our favorite bartender here in the village. And so this award says, "Way to go, Crazy Wolf. We needed a trail community committee chair, and you happened to be in the room. And you didn't say no. Thank you for being there for us. That's great community building." And there you go, sir. And along with that, because I know you don't have one, is a replica of the official proclamation where we became an Appalachian Trail community in lime green. I know that's your favorite color. All right, so thank you, Leonard. His real name, not his witness relocation one. You've done us proud today, sir. Thank you very much. All right, the next one that might not be here later this afternoon, who's here now, so I want to go ahead and do this. David McGee, come on down. introduce you to our newest trail ambassador for 2019. This is Mr. David McGee, the proprietor of the station at 19E, who's working hard these days, actually. I didn't get him a replica of the proclamation because, well, he already has one, folks. His is actually real. This is a little gift from me to him, though. Way to go, David McGee. We needed a bar where we could meet and hang out with our friends and solve the world's problems. Thank you for creating that bar. That's great community building. All right. Now we're going to roll right on into Appalachian Trail Jeopardy. I've got my Jeopardy jacket on.
I didn't go first.
Okay, sorry.
There you go.
I'm off script.
There you're off script.
Do da do da do da do do da do da do da do 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 da do da do da do do. AT Jeopardy. This is AT Jeopardy with apologies to Alec Trebleck. Because I know the AT doesn't go to Canada, so he probably doesn't care too much. I'm going to explain the game concept to you, and I am your announcer. My trail name is 1 mile. It's 1 mile because that's as far as my grandkids and I could go before they wanted ice cream. So that's my trail name, 1 mile. If you got any questions or complaints, talk to me. Okay, well, the way the game works is just kind of like Jeopardy. The contestants answer questions and can win or lose chips. We start each contestant out with 5 chips.
I'm winning.
Yeah. And he's the banker. The judge is the banker, so he automatically wins. Okay, and so what they get to do is they get to choose a question from our 3 categories. The 3 categories are leave no trace, getting high on the AT, and potpourri, or potpourri. I think it's potpourri. Potpourri. It's a game. It's a hiking game. And so what? This is the time for each of you to practice your signaling device. Okay. So when the host reads the question, at the end of the question or the statement, if they want to try to answer the question, they ring in. So ring in. Oh, that's pretty weak. Here, wait, we better adjust this. Our judge has wonderful vision, and he will see who rings in first. But before we actually get started, I've got a number, either 1, 2, or 3. What number do you need? 2. The number was 2. You will get to choose the first question when we start the game. So, our contestants today. Our contestants are Hagrid. Give it up for Hagrid. Come on. Circuit Rider and the Tai Chi Queen.
Yeah.
So we have 2 through hikers against a local hiker who is doggone smart. So we will see who wins today. And let's see.
Thousands of dollars in cash prizes.
Adjusted for inflation, it might be less. Okay, so we've tried our things. So we're about ready to start, I reckon. But first, well, I'm supposed to turn it over to you. I'll go off script. You get to introduce them and let them tell each one of us about themselves.
All right, on script. Thank you, 1 mile, and welcome to you and our judges and our contestants. We are pleased that you and the audience are braving the elements to watch this epic battle of knowledge on the Appalachian Trail. We will get to the players in a minute, but first to our judges. With us today, we have 2 distinguished individuals to help me in the case we have any questions to resolve. Please join me in welcoming Odie!
Yeah.
And 1 mile! And now to our contestants. First we have Hagrid. Hagrid, Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Long Island.
Where?
Long Island, New York, right in the middle, Plainview.
Oh my God.
There you go.
It's a family reunion up here.
Yeah.
Give it up for Long Island, New York, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Long Island, Hagrid. Next up, we have Circuit Rider. Circuit Rider, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am from Michigan's beautiful Upper Peninsula, and have loved this AT community for many, many years.
Show us where the UP is on the Mitt, Circuit Rider.
It's not on the mitt. It's the dog up here in the top.
That's me demonstrating my knowledge of Michigan. Give it up for Circuit Rider. Finally, Tai Chi Queen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, when? Okay, for my friend out there. Sie sprechen Deutsch, nicht wahr?
Yeah.
I was raised in Germany.
All the way from Germany, ladies and gentlemen. I think that may be the longest distance traveled to get to Roan Mountain. And do we have anyone further than Germany? All right, well, it looks like you won that one anyway. Thank you and welcome. How about a big round of applause for Tai Chi Queen? Well, let's get to it. It's time to play AT Jeopardy. Today's categories are Leave No Trace Behind, Potpourri, Getting High on the AT. Contestants, are you ready? Pick someone to go first.
I already did.
Oh, we already did.
Yep, Circuit Rider's going first.
I'm strictly on script here, people.
Yeah, that's all right. Go off script now.
I'll take Getting High on the AT number 1.
Getting High on the AT, number 1. We do this, officious.
Question 1 is for one chip, sponsored by Smoky Mountain Bakers. Wood-fired pizza, including the Hiker Surprise, on sale today for only $10, plus world-class desserts. The question, in September 1780, the Overmountain men crossed the Roan Highlands at this location on their way to defeat Major Patrick Ferguson and his loyalist soldiers at the Battle of Kings Mountain, which was the turning point.
I heard a click.
Is it Yellow Mountain?
No.
Actually, it is Yellow Mountain.
Yes.
You get one chip.
Yeah.
You think it's purple?
No, it doesn't actually says Luis Hernandez.
No, that's a
Whoa, you're not supposed to be reading ahead here.
category. They didn't hear.
I was in the wrong category.
Yeah, that we were on this one. Getting High on the AT. Okay.
I can explain. It has nothing to do with Getting High on the AT.
All right, so now what's the order here?
This is the first time we've done this. Does it show?
You'd never guess, would you?
Okay, so since Hagrid won and got it right, Hagrid gets to check the next, to pick the next category in question.
All right, Hagrid has control of the board.
Oh yeah. Also, with the we can buzz in before the end of the question, right?
Sure.
No,
Is that not right?
If you buzz in before, actually, Judge, if they buzz in before the question is read completely, it's whoever buzzes in first after Mike quits talking.
Oh, well, that could take a while.
I know.
You don't want to make that rule. Okay, well, Hagrid, you have control of the board. Select your question, please.
Okay. I'll do Leave No Trace for 1.
So I'm not on script anymore.
No, you don't even need that.
I don't need that anymore.
You don't
Okay,
need that.
all
All
right.
you need
Well,
to
you
do
just
is read and do your thing.
you just stay on me here. Okay, question 1 is for one chip and is sponsored by the Carter County Parks and Recreation Board, making Carter County a better place in which to live. The question is, a famed explorer crossed what would later become the Appalachian Trail during his exploration of the southeastern United States in 1540, leaving little or no trace. Hagrid.
Is it Hernando de Soto?
How did you know?
Hernando de Soto is correct.
And you did phrase it as a question, which is right. You're supposed to phrase it as a question. Who is Hagrid? There you go, Hagrid. Another one for you. Hey, let's get with it. Okay.
Hagrid, control of the board is yours.
Oh man. All right. let's do getting high on the AT for 2.
Two. Oh, whole booth. We're going for the kill here.
Oh, there's no question. Somebody must have been high when they put it in. Oh, no, just kidding. There it is.
Question 2 is for 2 chips and is sponsored by Highlander Barbecue, famous for its pig wings and barbecue. The Roan High Bluffs are renowned for their scenic beauty. From the overlook, one can look down on a picturesque village in North Carolina. That village has a name. What is it? Tai Chi Queen.
Buladine?
What is Buladine? That is correct.
She's a local.
You got 2.
One for the local lady. From Germany. Control of the board is yours.
Potpourri 3.
Potpourri 3. Oh, you're making me bend over again.
It's good for you.
Okay, Potpourri 3.
Question 3 is for 3 chips and is sponsored by Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast, which was recently named by the White Blaze Institute as a best platinum B&B on the Appalachian Trail. And the question is this: approximately 150 people have completed all 3 of the Triple Crown of trail hikes. The Triple Crown consists of the Pacific Coast Scenic Trail, the Continental Divide Scenic Trail, and the Appalachian Trail. One of these trails is 2,184 miles long. Name it.
Hold on.
Ooh.
You're the judge. Let them try it.
There's way more than 150.
Yes.
And my answer is wrong. So what is your answer? Bell.
What is 2,189 miles?
Questionable. You see, we could do 2,190.1. Send it to the ground. How long is the trail?
2,192.
I'm gonna go wrong. He said 89. He's an old school hiker. He doesn't. He's not keeping. It's definitely not 84. It's not 2,184. Does everybody agree with that?
2,192.
I'm gonna have to give everyone this.
So nobody gets anything.
Oh, the judge is tough, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Give me the chip, man.
Well, now what do we do? Control of the board goes back to Tai Chi
Tai
Queen.
Chi Queen still has control of the board.
Getting high, bottom up.
Everybody's into getting high today, ladies and gentlemen.
You want me to get it, Eric?
Which one are you doing?
Number 5.
High 5.
The biggie.
The
My
biggie.
field is rehab. I'm keeping him healthy.
Wait, which number did you say? 5. Getting high.
Question 5 is for 5 chips and is sponsored by LaPorte and Norris. If you're in trouble while you're here in town, they might just be your best friend.
They're lawyers.
They're lawyers, people. Okay, the question is, the highest bald on the Roan Highlands has an elevation of 6,189 feet. Can you name it?
Roan High now. Roan Mountain now. Roan High now.
And thank you for playing. Please try again. Clicker.
What is round ball?
And thank you for playing. Please try again. Tai Chi Queen, would you like to wager a guess or?
Roan High Bluff.
No. Grassy Ridge Ball.
Grassy Ridge Bald.
Oh.
All right. So sorry. Control of the board still. Tai Chi Queen.
And just a footnote, they lost 5 chips each because they got the question wrong. Had they not guessed in, they would have kept their 5 chips. But you can't go negative in this game, so there's nowhere but up for you guys.
Okay. Leave no trace, 3.
Leave no trace for 3. Break it up, break it up. Question 3 is for 3 chips and is sponsored by J. Rich Photography. Please don't picture this. It is important that a cat hole is dug to an appropriate depth. The appropriate depth for a cat hole is... Whistle, Circuit Rider.
What is 6 inches?
What is 6 to 8 inches
No,
deep?
it was not
Absolutely
Circuit Rider.
correct. Huh?
It was Clicker.
I'm sorry, I heard the first.
It's hard to get.
She clicked faster. She got it.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, 6 inches, but,
She also cat holes 6 to 8 inches deep, ladies and gentlemen. It's good knowledge. Good. Too much in the too much information category.
Judge has given it to Hagrid.
All right. Hagrid, control of the board is yours.
okay, I'll do getting high on the AT for 4.
Getting high on the AT for 4.
I'm not being white, by the way.
Question 4 is for 4 chips and is sponsored by the station at 19E, where one can partake of fine craft beers right on the Tennessee side of the Tennessee-North Carolina border.
No one's gonna know this.
Question, name the hotel once on Roan Mountain. Okay, name the hotel once on Roan Mountain where it was illegal to drink alcohol on one side of the room. Tai Chi Queen.
Cloudland Hotel.
Cleveland Hotel is absolutely right. 4 chips for Tai Chi Queen, and control of the board is yours.
Potpourri Walk.
Our second selection in the potpourri category. Our second selection. Question 1 is for 1 chip, sponsored by
This question's got me really excited.
Northeast Tennessee Regional Economic Partnership, making East Tennessee a better place in which to live. And your question is, this restaurant was voted this year's #1 trail restaurant in an online survey by the Trek magazine. What is it? And thank you for playing. Please try again. Clicker, Hagrid.
Bob's Dairyland.
Outstanding! Bob's Dairyland, home of the Milkbuster Burger and fried fish.
Bob's Dairyland is the best of the 18!
We worked hard to get that.
I love it there. It's so good.
Control of the board is yours, Hagrid.
I'll do getting high on the AT for 2, whatever's left.
I guess 3.
Okay.
Getting high on the AT for whatever is left.
I guess it's 3.
Oh, easy. Well, this one's easy.
Question 3 is for 3 chips and is sponsored by Brew Glue Beer Trailer. Need we say anything more? The question is, this is the highest peak on the Appalachian Trail at 6,643 feet.
What is Klingman's Dome?
Klingman's Dome is absolutely correct. Control of the board goes to Circuit Rider.
I'll go with Leave No Trace for 2.
Leave no trace for 2. Question 2 is for 2 chips and is sponsored by the Roan Mountain Pharmacy. Please be sure to stop by and meet the new owner, Jordan Baker. Your question is, because most disposable wipes are not biodegradable, what should be done with them while backpacking?
Pack them out.
Packing them out is absolutely correct, and control of the board goes to Hagrid.
I would have also accepted eating them.
Seems to be going a little smoother. This is good.
There you go.
I'll take potpourri for 2. Is that 2? What?
Potpourri for 2.
Set up? Yeah.
Question 2 is a daily double. Oh. The contestant can bet up to 10 chips for this question.
And only they can answer.
The daily double is sponsored by the Roan Mountain Animal Hospital.
So how many do you want to bet?
You know what? I'm going to be reckless, and I've always wanted to do this, Alex. I'll make it a true daily double.
Hagrid's gonna make it a true daily double. Give it up for Hagrid. All in. Your question is as follows. The Roan Highlands are a beautiful ridgeline of grassy and heath balds.
True.
The longest anywhere in the world. How long is the ridgeline that stretches north from the Roan High Bluff to Hump Mountain? How long is the ridgeline that stretches north from the Roan High Bluff to Hump Mountain?
miles.
What do you say, Judge? Judge said no.
Bigger chips.
Bigger chips.
The judge is tough. The answer is, what is 12 miles? But big props for going all in there. And
Okay.
control of the board, I think, is still yours.
All right.
So sign language. I was saying 12.
Oh. It's okay. Live fast. Die young. No. Okay. Potpourri for 5.
Yeah, you can't go negative, so.
Question 5 is for 5 chips and is sponsored by several Roan Mountain citizens. We don't have any descriptions of these people on here. Anyway, there's several Roan Mountain citizens. Thank you for sponsoring this question. As follows: an endangered bird species now nests along the Appalachian Trail in Roan Mountain in the Hampton Creek Cove. The bird is a type of warbler. What is its name?
I heard the clicker.
Do we have a pass?
Is it a warbler?
It's a warbler of some kind.
It's a primary colored warbler.
I think they're
The gold.
Yellow winged warbler.
Well, the judge gets the
Odie gets the chips. There we go.
Odie gets chips.
Control of the board is still Hagrid.
Hagrid still has.
All right. I'll take potpourri for 4.
I guess that was hard.
That one was rough, Eric. That one was rough. Who came up with these questions? Now, who sponsored that? The Roan Mountain citizens are tough. I'm telling you, tough. They all come up with these questions. Question 4 is for 4 chips and is sponsored by the Appalachian Flooring Company. Appalachian trail shelters are maintained by volunteers and local hiking clubs. One hiking club maintains 131.6 miles of the Appalachian Trail, which includes the Roan Highlands. What is the name of that club? Circuit Rider.
What is the Tennessee Eastman?
Tennessee Eastman is absolutely correct.
All right. That is knowledge in a hand.
Control of the board goes to Circuit Rider.
Now your first rodeo.
There are 31 trail clubs, and where one stops, the next begins.
Yeah.
Tennessee Eastman is the second.
Yeah.
Georgia has a lot.
I'm agreeing with you.
I'll take leave no trace for 5.
Leave no trace for 5.
I have leave no trace for 3.
Very clever. We messed up.
Question 5 is for 5 chips and sponsored by me. How about that? I hope this one's not hard. I didn't make this up. Which of the following is not a leave no trace principle? Minimize campfire impacts, share your food, dispose of waste properly, or respect wildlife. Circuit Rider.
Share your food. What is share your food?
Correct! Share your food! That was 4. 4 chips. Speaking of share your food, the free hot dog lunch is ongoing, and after Trail Jeopardy, they would love a selfie with all of y'all, the girls with wieners. All right, control of the board is yours. You have a lot of choices left.
I'll take leave no trace for 4.
I think that's a great choice.
A lot of crap talk here.
Question 4 is for 4 chips and is sponsored by the Roan Mountain Recreation Foundation. That is the folks that take care of this beautiful community park and make sure that we have bathrooms versus cat holes while camping in the community park. Very important. Your question is as follows. Hikers should dig cat holes a good distance away from waterways, such as the amazing creeks and rivers we have here in East Tennessee. How many big steps should a cat hole be away from any waterway?
What is 75 feet?
Well, I mean, it says 70, but she's got shorter legs than Circuit Rider.
I think this is a judge's call.
You're the judge.
I give it to her.
Oh, the judge's ruling is that is correct.
You should get 5 extra steps. Oh, so you want to give her 9
You're
chips.
gonna give her you're gonna buy her way back into the game. I gotcha. All right, that's a good deal. So now where's the script? What do
We are now, well, I don't know, but
Super Jeopardy. It's time for final.
Time for Final Jeopardy.
Now,
I'm excited, guys.
for Final Jeopardy, you wager your chips. We will read the question. I'll give you a blank piece of paper, and you write your answer down. So
How many
don't
people
put
are
it on
carrying
the
a pen on the Appalachian Trail? Here's one you can borrow.
No pins.
You gotta write that in blood, by the way. Here.
I'm in this.
Odie, you're okay. Odie, this. We gotta give you a piece of paper too.
Yeah, Odie!
Okay, you can write yours on back along the way. Now you did, but you were the judge. You didn't cheat and read the Final Jeopardy question, did you?
No, could I have done
No, yes, you could have.
I'm
You
sitting.
didn't. Okay. Are you guys ready for the Final Jeopardy question?
All right, in Final Jeopardy, the contestants may wager none or any amount of their winnings. Oh, you can choose not to wager anything, or you can go all in, or anything in between. The category for Final Jeopardy is
Leave no trace.
Leave No Trace. Contestants, please make your wagers. Looks like everybody's going for it. Some strategy.
You keep that back there.
Some strategy here.
Odie's in.
Wagering it all.
All right, your clue is as follows. The original Leave No Trace through hiker. And the time starts now.
And what's his name? The original.
Who is the original Leave No Trace through hiker? A side note is he is also the grandmaster of hide and seek.
I suck at Jeopardy.
Well, write your questions down. If you don't have an answer written down, you lose your chips. Don't cheat. So let us start off. It looks like Tai Chi Queen is the farthest behind. Are you ready? Tai Chi Queen, what's your
Tai
answer?
Chi Queen, reveal your answer.
I forgot.
I'm sorry, unfortunately that is not the
Yeah,
answer.
we are old and confused does not win.
Next in the running would be Circuit Rider.
Benton Mackay.
Benton Mackay, unfortunately also not the right answer.
Oh, so you lose.
Hagrid, it comes down to you.
Earl Schaefer?
Earl Schaefer, unfortunately still not the right answer. Official judge, Odie comes up with Bigfoot. Bigfoot is the answer!
Yeah!
Who is the original Leave No Trace through hiker? The answer is Bigfoot.
So Odie, okay, let's see. It looks like
I forfeit.
okay. So we got an award for the winner.
Did everybody give everything?
No. Actually,
Looks like Circuit Rider is the winner of the big game with 3 chips remaining. A very strategic move because that question was messed up.
So, do you want the first place?
No. I
Okay.
I
Okay.
forfeit.
There is your first place.
I bet it's Bob's.
An all expenses paid trip to, I don't know. What is first place?
$25 gift certificate to Bob's Dairyland.
An all expenses paid $25 gift certificate to Bob's Dairyland. The number one rated number one restaurant on the entirety of the Appalachian Trail by the Trek magazine.
And it's open tomorrow morning for breakfast.
And it's open tomorrow, folks.
I swear I didn't read the answer.
All right, thank you for coming out for Hiker Jeopardy. The contestants for the beard contest will be coming up. Shall we go give the prizes?
Anybody who wants to come up, stand up here for the beard contest.
Next up, the beard contest. Best trail beard. Best beard on the trail.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you there, Hagrid.
All right, and while we're waiting on that, I want to try to teach you guys the 7 Leave No Trace hand signals. So, some of you already know what these are. You all ready? All right, hands in the air. Ready? 1, plan ahead and prepare. 2, hike and camp on durable surfaces. 3, dispose of waste properly. 4, leave what you find. 5, minimize campfire impact. 6, respect wildlife. 7, kick visitors in the knees. Be courteous of other visitors. All right, as loud as you can, do it with me. 1, plan ahead and prepare. 2, hike and camp on durable surfaces. 3, dispose of waste properly. I hear one person. 5, minimize camp. What's 4? Leave what you find. 5, minimize campfire impact. 6, respect wildlife. 7, be courteous of other visitors.
Okay, so we'll get ready for best beer. Let's see if any beers will come up. There's a prize.
All right, let's get some ladies up here for the best beards contest.
There are prizes involved. If anybody would like to participate in the best beard contest, just make your way down to the stage. I've got another little personal way to go award that I'd like to get out while we've got the guy right here. But Mr. Anderson, these are little. While Mr. Anderson's on the stage, I've got another way to go award, sponsored by me. And so this is for you, Eric. We got the U.S. Air Force Academy logo and NASA on here. I thought that was totally perfect. Eric Anderson, all-around pillar of the community and righteous dude. Remember when you used to always tell me no? That's great community building. Thank you for all your help and stuff there.
No.
We don't have real categories or whatever. This is a People's Choice Award, everybody. So everyone gets a vote. We'll go by the loudest applause. All right, contestants.
I think this enthusiastic group ought to get over here and
If you guys will just sort of file through and tell us your trail name and a little bit about yourself. You can just start any way you want. Art, you go first. Come on in, Art. There you go. Yeah, I have to think about this first.
Trail name thing. Just call him Banjo.
Where are you from, Art?
I'm from Hampton, Tennessee.
Give it up for Hampton, ladies and gentlemen. We're not at the modeling stage yet. So next up, what is your handle and your hometown, sir?
I am Grubber. I am from Canton, Texas, which is right next to Dallas, Texas.
Yay, Canton, Texas!
I am Pacquiao. I am from Plumstead, New Jersey.
New Jersey! Come on in.
I am Forebeard from South Georgia, and I say Miss Janet from a black bear.
I'm Castaway from Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm Brooklyn from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Daredevil from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. I don't remember any of your names, so actually we'll bring Art up first. Okay, we're going to go on crowd applause. First up, a big round of applause for Art Banjo. Odie, are you judging this noise? Right, the noise. One more time for Art, just so that. Okay, right. And next, Grubber. Okay. Pack out. Did I get that wrong? Pacquiao? Pacquiao. Okay. Pacquiao? Pacquiao. Sorry, anyway. Next. Forebeard.
Yeah!
A little response here. Castaway. All right. Brooklyn. Daredevil. All right, right, I think we got 3 finalists. Is that what we're hearing?
I definitely see 3.
Yeah, I think we need to have a shout out. I'm going to video you guys and show how.
You're joking. Okay. Okay. We'll step up, guys, and we'll do the noise thing again. Right. Perfect.
It's a talent portion now, right?
Correct.
Get a hot dog.
So yeah, everyone gets a hot dog. Okay. Grubber. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. We're going to do this again. This is the new round of voting. We'll start over. Grubber. Four beard.
Yeah!
Castaway. All right. I believe we have 2 finalists. Okay, we're down to 2. Thank you for playing. All right, we have 2 prizes here. So we're going to need to do another runoff vote. 4 beard, ladies. 4 beard.
Yeah!
Castaway. All right.
Odie.
Yeah!
The runner-up will be receiving an all-expenses-paid trip with $25 off any purchase at Bob's Dairyland. Second runner-up. Right here. And our winner of the day will be getting an all-expenses-paid trip to Bob's Dairyland and $25 off anything in the All right. Group photo with the girls with leaders. They want that for their scrapbook. And up next, around 3 o'clock, we'll have J.P. Mathis III and Fiddlin' Leona take the stage.
Won't you come back, darling, to the only one you love? Speak me out on that mountain, underneath the lonesome pine. There we found we love each other. Darling, say, won't you
Yeah, but he's dead. Yeah.
I know. You don't want them.
It's the cue to try and run out into the rain and grab stuff.
Nice. Oh, I like this strategy.
Yeah. Alright. Why am I getting into this team effort? Hold on.
It's amazing. Okay, here we go.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys very much. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
Everybody's putting in food coma now.
Yeah, everyone's quieting down.
We stay together on the trail, something together. It's in there.
I want these too because.
Dude, you already look amazing, and I'm not even kidding.
It's gonna be so dope.
I'm glad that you guys are here, like, boosting my confidence, though, because otherwise I'd be like, your cheekbones just got 2 inches higher. You're glowing. You're glowing. For the record, I'm sober right now.
So am I. Me too.
That's no way to be.
Afterwards,
After
I
this,
will drink beer.
After this safety.
I'll buy you a beer after. Okay.
heard this last time on the bass guitar from Gray Burrow Williams. Y'all put your hands together and give a big warm welcome to the lead singer of the Twang Bangers for, I guess, about 12 years now. I don't know. Where's Host Call, y'all? Give me some. I